The best way to make over $10,000 a month online as a complete beginner, as it says, starting from scratch here. I'm gonna go and reveal the 2 best strategies that you can start literally today and just start building compound income month over month. As you can see, here's one of my screenshots below. So let's jump right into it. We wanna start making money fast. We don't have time to wait around or build up all these free trials or maybe even just delay payouts for 1, 2, 3 months. So anything that requires a delayed payout is not the best strategy right now. If you already have money, then you can play the long game and play that sort of rollover period, but I'm gonna assume that you're not gonna be watching this if that's you. Money upfront's ideal, and then you can go ahead and deliver on your service, product, whatever it may be. And there's 2 main routes here that you can take, and I'm gonna go ahead and reveal both and go break down each strategy. So one is the info product route. This is the most scalable and most lean sort of business model. You can charge typically at least $500 for information. You can have anything, be good at anything, know anything, any sort of information, and sell it for a fee, and people are more than happy to pay. Me, myself, I have an info product. I sell it every month and I get paid residually for it. You can have several upsells throughout this as well to go ahead and bring you even more revenue for the same client. That makes your customer lifetime value so much higher than if you weren't having any upsells. For example here, if you have some sort of mentoring or coaching program and inside have affiliate offers, group calls as an upsell, and one-on-one mentorship as an upsell, each at a higher cost. So maybe your $10 course sale could then turn into a multi-$100 sale or even $1,000 sale if you get somebody to go ahead and pay for group calls or one-on-one mentoring. You can take it from there and go even higher than that and charge more than that, just as some of these guys below do as well. And I do say we can treat it like high ticket sales because anytime you go over $1,500 or $2,000, I would like to believe anything like that more is going to be over high ticket sales for the average consumer here. So we have Hamza, Iman, Andrew Kirby, and Alex Hormozy here. All of these guys have paid communities. You know, Hamza has School for Adonis, Iman has Educate, Andrew Kirby has his own community, I don't know the name of it, and Alex Hormozy has his own kind of community as well. So these people are all making money every single month by selling information and selling access. And there's no reason that you can't either, because there's something that you know that I don't that you could sell to me or anybody else in this world. So that is going to be route number 1 to go down. Number 2 is going to be the SaaS route. These 2 right here are the most scalable and just beginner friendly as well, because you don't need to even know how to program or code anything these days. And as I say, you can go ahead and white label an existing solution that solves a specific problem for people. And white labeling is a term in the SaaS world for taking an already pre-built software and reselling it to a demographic or to an audience and branding it as your own company. This is very popular in the software world. People do it all the time. I do it. One of my buddies here that I also talk about, he has a software that he goes ahead and white labels out to other people for them to resell, and he's making about $30,000 a month from it. And around 75% of his customer base are referrals, which is incredible. Because once you go ahead and have a really good software, a really good SaaS product to sell to people, and it solves the problem, people are going to be very, very inclined to share it with their friends to simplify their lives. And as I said, you're going to be taking an already existing solution. In this case, if you were to go ahead and white label a solution, drive traffic to it, and boom, you have customer base right there, printing you money every single month. This takes no tech skills, as I mentioned a moment ago. Just get the attention and just drive the marketing to the product or service you're selling. And sell it recurring. That's just how software works. You go ahead and pay for a monthly subscription. This is why so many big companies are so cash flow positive, because they're charging a monthly fee to access their product or service. And I recommend charging at least $197 per month for whatever kind of service you're selling here. And then you can go ahead and scale it. Imagine you go ahead and bring in 10 users for $197 a month. That's almost $2,000 a month. Okay, how about you add an extra 0 to that? You get 100 customers. You're actually going to be making almost $20,000 a month for whatever software you're selling. And by the way, $197 for a very valuable software is very, very cheap. I know a lot of people that are charging way more than this, and they're making way more money at scale. So you can do the math, bring out your calculator on your phone and start crunching the numbers, and you're gonna get excited pretty quick. So on the bottom left, we have Alex Becker here. He actually has his own SaaS and recently sold it for, I think, over $100 million. Keep in mind, his was not white labeled. He had a team of developers go ahead and build it out for him because he already had money previously cash flowing from other businesses in his SEO world. And on the left as well, I have Arlen Moore, who has his own software. Before he was white labeling a solution, now he actually also has his own solution, and it's making him over $50,000 a month. You can go look him up on Instagram at Arlen. We've also filmed a podcast together, and he's just a regular dude like me and you, but he has some attention to go ahead and drive traffic to his product and just really get people in his program. Next on the right, these two guys are actually white labeling a solution that I also white label, which is Go HighLevel. We have Jason Wardrobe here. He is the #1 Go HighLevel affiliate, or one of the #1 Go HighLevel affiliates. But separate from that, he white labels Go HighLevel to go ahead and sell to real estate agents and just deliver them on a pre-built package for a real estate agent to have automations and workflows and have a direct process that's really hands-off for real estate agents to really just get more leads and close more deals. On the far right, we have Frank Kern, who is also a HighLevel affiliate, but is reselling HighLevel and making almost $500,000 a month doing this. He's using all these different HighLevel tools, packaging it up, white labeling it, bringing it to the marketplace, and he's doing it in a way that's so attractive for consumers in his niche. So don't overthink this process here. Both of these frameworks do work. Don't reinvent the wheel. Look at what's working for somebody else in this space and just replicate it. You don't need to be super creative. I'm not super creative with my business models. I just go ahead and see what's working for somebody else and add my own spin to it, and you should do the same. Every big influencer is doing 1 or 2 of these business models, and people that you don't even know are making sometimes even over 6 figures a month, but definitely well over 6 figures a year just by driving traffic and building some sort of audience to go and solve a problem for their consumer. So follow the blueprint and print cash. On the bottom right here is basically the funnel of converting somebody who's a cold lead into somebody that wants to go ahead and work with you. So at the top of the funnel, we have someone that's unaware. These people are going to be the ones that don't even know you exist, don't even know your product or service exists. So it's your job to bring them to the awareness stage to go ahead and make it clear, hey, I have this product or service for you. You might be a good candidate for it. From there, they'll be in the awareness stage and then go to the consideration stage. If your product or service is really going to solve anything that they need, they will go and consider it, and then they'll move on to the decision and desire stage where they'll convince themselves that they really do want your product or service and want to buy from you and be one of your customers. Next, there's going to be the action where they're going to go ahead and buy your product or service, whether it's recurring or a one-time fee. That's the entire sales process. It's your job to go ahead and bring them from unaware to then going ahead and buying from you. And this brings me to the acquiring customer side here. You can only get customers one of 2 ways, either paid by paid ads or just organic traffic. Both ways work great. I do find that organic works better for most people because you're building some sort of relationship with your audience or target demographic customer. Next is to start posting content to bring awareness to the product or service that you're going to be selling and get as many people on the unaware stage to bring them to aware. This is exactly how we're going to go ahead and get people to go ahead and buy from you and scale as time goes on. So offer a discounted rate to those first few adopters or first few purchasers of your product or service, whether it's your info product or your SaaS. Say, for example, you're selling a software for $250 a month. Say for the first 10 customers or so, you offer the SaaS for a 50% off rate for the first 3 months just to get people in the door. So instead of paying $250, these people are going to pay $125 for the first 3 months. And in return, you're going to go ahead and follow up with them on the 60-day, give or take, and request a testimonial from them. How do they like the product? How do they like the software? Would they recommend it to their friend? If so, please go ahead and do so. Ask for referrals and incentivize the referrals. You refer me somebody, one of your friends or something, I will then go ahead and give you another 50% off the next month of you using this software. That just incentivizes somebody to go ahead and talk about your product or service, to want to go ahead and just keep using it, as well as help you grow your business. On the right here are the 4 different stages of acquiring leads and acquiring customers. So warm outreach, cold outreach, posting free content like this right here on YouTube, and running paid ads, as I mentioned. Next is then going to be about lead getters, which are going to be like your affiliates, for example, is one of them, your already existing customers, your employees, and other agencies. So this entire wheel here just really feeds off of itself. And this is actually from Alex Hormozy, so shout out to him for that. But this is going to bring me to my last slide here. Always, and I mean always, provide value. When you stop providing value, people will go ahead and leave you. You should feel like the customer is always getting more information and more value than you are on the receiving end. You want to make sure the customer is getting more than what you're actually receiving on the back end, which is their money. So the more you give, the more people also like you. This is just a little psychology thing. The more you're able to help somebody, the more they want to go ahead and help you as well. So on the bottom right here, I have another image from Alex Hormozi saying, this is basically the formula for creating value for somebody. You want to go ahead and sell them the dream outcome and show them the dream outcome. Perceive the likelihood of their achievement. Is it going to be possible for them to go ahead and build an online business? Will it be possible for them to start making $10,000 a month online? Yes, and you need to be realistic with it, with the time delay and the effort and sacrifice needed to make this possible. This is what value looks like here. This is the entire equation. You can go ahead and pause this and read it if you'd like. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you got some value out of this. If you did, be sure to share with somebody if you'd like. And of course, all my links are in the description. I do have free stuff for you to go ahead and learn from me, from how to build an online business from scratch. And from there, you can go ahead and reach out to me one-on-one and we can go ahead and work together on something if you'd like. But in the meantime, don't be motivated, be disciplined, and I will see you in the next video.